I don't know if you've ever spent time in caves or caverns. Maybe you've spent time in temples or cathedrals, but when you're in a space where there is resonance and echo and reverberation, sounds don't sound the same. So let's put together sustained darkness with the fact that any sound, perhaps if you've been in a cavern and you hear water dripping, it's a different sound than water dripping in your kitchen faucet. There is some kind of psychoacoustic quality to being in these stone-walled caves and caverns. So, not only do you start to see things that are magical and amazing, you also start to hear reverberations of sound that don't have the same quality of sound when you're outside. Now, you can imagine, probably from movies, I don't know, if you're outside and you hear the growl of a bear, it's directional, it has a certain tone and timbre and volume. Now imagine that you're in a completely dark cave or cavern and you hear that same growling of the bear. It is Super Bear. Yeah, it's Godzilla bear. And this is the thing, that any kind of low rumbling actually creates a vigilance in us humans. Those tones are ominous. So not only do we have the darkness of the cave, the psychoacoustics, because the NeuroVIZR is about light and sound. So imagine if you're in a completely dark cave, a cavern, for long periods of time, you're starting to see colors and geometrics and visions in your mind, and the sound that you're hearing is resonating and bouncing and coming back to you, where the drip of the water sounds like somebody on a drum, and even somebody snoring is echoing through that area. If we set up a building or a room like that, or we went in and we found some cave, and you had to stay in there in complete darkness for 3 days, you're going to be a different person. I can guarantee you. So right now we have two things. We have caves as an environment of sustained and prolonged darkness. And you have in the darkness the dramatic, dynamic, psychoacoustic amplification and distortion and like something weird and special at the same time, just with the sound of things. And you did that for a few thousand years. What's it going to be doing to the brain that has to experience this as a regular part of life without too much prediction to the future, not much understanding? Could you start to have a mythic mind? Could you start to make up stories in your mind? Could you begin to imagine invisible beings? Could you imagine things that are demonic and things that are angelic? I'm guessing that we would. So, dark cave, psychoacoustic sound. What about fire? That's next.